I work in the area of cardiovascular disease and specifically in the design of biomaterials for vascular tissue engineering. Looking at how cells respond to materials, we discovered that there was a connection between the sex of the cells and how they responded to the material. And we were struck by the lack of availability of enough populations of male and female cells.
It's important for us to consider genetic ancestry in the same vein that we consider biological sex, because currently in the biomedical field, there is a dearth of information. And so we'd like to be able to study different diseases, model them in different populations, and if we're only studying certain populations, such as male or those who have higher genetic ancestry along the European lineages, we're really missing out on large swaths of other populations.
The ability to get patient samples allows you to purposefully account for that ancestral diversity in your studies. And so for researchers that don't have a clinical connection and are not getting clinical patient samples, we essentially have to rely on cell sources, manufacturers, vendors that have cells. And oftentimes the populations that they have available of many of the cell types are going to be restricted. And sometimes it's even difficult to get any of that ancestral diversity information on the cells. So that limits the impact of those studies.
We acknowledge the fact that not everyone's going to be able to access every single cell type that they might need to study in their work. Studies have shown that depending on sex or depending on genetic ancestry, cells have diverging responses. What I'm so excited about for the future is that there is now a call in our paper and then in the work of others to consider broader populations, to consider other diseases that have been historically underrepresented in our research endeavors. We really can start with this conversation, changing the landscape of whose health we're trying to improve.
This is going to make all of our work stronger, better, more applicable to broader communities. So I'm excited about that.